life, my story. I was born in 1987. When I came into this world, my parents were quite young. My mom was only 21 years old. Um, I started to crawl when I was 7 months old. I learned how to walk when I was 10 months old, and when I was 1 year old, I could speak. Uh, of course, not fluently, but I knew some words like mom, dad, give me this, that, and so on. And I could make an easy sentence like give me some bread, please, or something like this. My mom brought me to daycare, but I hated it. I remember that I wanted to escape from it, and yeah, I had even a plan how to escape from it, but my teacher caught me and grounded me for that, for my misbehaving. It was the only case when I misbehaved. I was quite obedient child, and I grew up with my grandmother. She took me to her place and she raised me. I finished school in 2004. I got my passport when I was 14 years old. It's not so interesting, maybe. It was hard for me to make friends at school, but when I went to college, things changed a lot, and I became really outgoing and sociable, and it was great to hang out with my friends. I graduated from pedagogical college and I got my first job as a teacher. My first job was part-time. I studied at university, and I worked 3 days a week at first. I couldn't afford to rent an apartment, so I lived in my stepfather's empty flat. Then I graduated from university. I got a normal job, full-time job as a teacher at school. I worked there. I had worked there for 5 years, and then I decided to quit because I didn't like the system, our educational system, and the pressure and stupid rules and so on. And there was no place for creativity, for development, so that's why I decided to quit. I went traveling, and then I got a job in British school, and it was much better, and it was also well paid, so I enjoyed it, and I met my husband. We got married. I had a baby, my daughter. Then we separated with my husband due to some problems, and after a while we remarried, but finally we got divorced again. I had hard time during the divorce process, but now I'm over it. And I had a vacation in India lots of times, and I really had the time of my life in India, and I miss India very much. I think I'll go there next year. I really like going abroad because it broadens my mind, and it makes me feel alive. It makes me feel happy. Well, I try to raise my child alone. It's not easy. If talking about hobbies, I do yoga sometimes, and I like cycling, walking, hiking. I think it's great to spend some time in a forest, to put up a tent and enjoy the silence. If talking about my life, looking back on my life, I think that I'm quite lucky to have great relatives, to have their support, to have great friends. I rarely get sick as I have a good immune system. I developed it because I used to get sick quite often, but then I started doing yoga and trying to eat healthy food, and it helped a lot. Well, I think that's it.